Okay, Golden Guardians win. What the hell is this? Oh, this is FlyQuest. All right, this is FlyQuest NRG. Okay, let me see how the draft unfolded. Okay, so Yone, Poppy, and LeBlanc banned away by Fly. Doesn't make any sense. Some of those bans. Azir, Rumble, and Xayah. I also don't think that this makes any sense. Realistically, I think Rumble is a fine ban. Not a ban, not a ban. Especially because Xayah can't be picked blind. Same with Azir. In theory, neither of these champions can be picked blind. I also think there's counters to Rumble, but we're not going to get it from LCS or like any region for that matter. Interesting to note, Impact shaved his head. I don't know when he did that. That's a Korean cultural thing. To shave your head, which has like specific meaning. B1 Ivern. So I think B1ing Ivern, if you can't flex it, mid and top, I don't know if you want to B1 Ivern. Especially if you can't play some of his pairings. Enemy goes Kai'Sa and Rel. I think the Rel is really bad. The Kai'Sa, again, if you can't flex her and if you can't play multiple variations of her. Also, Daisy is really good in Ivern shields. He's very good at suffocating Kai'Sa. She doesn't actually get to that 30-minute break point where she can become a menace. But yeah, I do think that early Kai'Sas are bad. Response ends up being Jace and Varus. I think that this is bad. I think their logic is that, you know, they want Ivern to be magic damage from the jungle, and so they want an AD mid laner. I don't think there's any purpose to having Jace. He ends up just getting outpoked by Kai'Sa later on. There's really no merit to having Jace. I think Varus for like strong laning is totally fine. I think that you can go that route, but it doesn't make any sense to me to reveal the Jace and thus also give up like some value of your team composition. Tristana ends up getting picked now at this point. Okay, Alistar gets banned. Alistar doesn't make any sense to ban away if there's NRG because there's too many supports open that just counter Rel. Yeah, okay. Rakan getting banned away. The Rakan also doesn't make a whole lot of sense. I think if the enemy picks Rakan on R4, you're very happy with it. And if you drafted so poorly that they R5 Rakan and you lost somehow from it, I mean, you're griefing. Okay, so Quinn also gets banned. And I think that signifies that Fly wanted to play the Big Brown Croc. And they think that NRG is going to reserve counterpick for Dokla. Okay, so Sejuani now. So they're going to actually reveal... Oh, no, hold on. Okay, yeah, they're going to reveal jungle on R4. So now you know that it's Tristana mid or top. You know that it's Rel support because no one's gonna do support Sejuani. No one's gonna do top lane Sejuani. Even though I think that those things are possibilities and it's things that you have to consider, no one's gonna do it. So now you know that it's Sejuani in the jungle. They have random marksman champions and then they have a random Rel. So their team composition, I would say, is genuinely very weird. I think NRG's comp is extremely awkward, and I don't totally understand like why they would actually go with what they ended up going with. Now, I think that like there's thin support angles that you could go for. I mean, you could actually go Milio here if you wanted his R value against like Sejuani and stuff, and also even against the Rel. That would just sort of allow your teammates to sort of run over the opponents. I think that that's definitely an option. I think that you could also probably blind like Olaf in top lane in a spot like this. But I think the support champions, rather than actually just being pure enchanters, I think you actually need to just walk a thin line with a mage. And I don't think that we're ever getting that out of Vulcan. So I don't think that you're ever going to get a mage support in this situation to just allow Ivern to go Moonstone with like Staff of Flowing Water to empower like Jace, Varus plus mage support, etc. Because this team needs so much time to stabilize, it just doesn't make any sense. It really makes no sense. Renata, okay. I mean, Nautilus is griefing. Milio is just, I mean, you don't need Nautilus for hard engage because Nautilus isn't doing any. I mean, this is why also I said the Milio thing is a little bit weird, but if you just want a hard engage thing, it doesn't make sense because your team comp isn't hard engage. Your team comp has range and it has like sustained fighting with Ivern and Jace, so it doesn't make a whole lot of sense to have the Nautilus. I think it's very off theme. It would just be a lot better to have a mage support at that point, but it's obviously a much thinner line to walk. Renekton ends up getting picked up in top lane. The thing I don't like the thing I don't like in a spot like this is because certain tank top laners now just become really, really, really good in guaranteeing that like the mid standoffs are going to be very scary. So like you have Sion, you actually have Malphite, you have Sion, you have Malphite, you have Ornn. Like there's too many options available as we head to R5. Even in theory, they could actually move Sejuani into top lane in theory. I don't think that's something that they're ever going to do. And then they could go like Graves jungle And I think if they do something like that, Ivern has a little bit more difficulty playing because of the Graves interaction with bugging out Daisy, and then like Smokescreen has a lot of value, I think, in a game like this. And then also your Graves can actually power farm and get a lot of value that way. The Ornn is good. So I think in that regard, FlyQuest's team composition, it's strong champions paired together without a proper identity. It just doesn't make sense. So I don't know what the fuck's going on there. But yeah, the Ornn, it's nice to see. Bramblevest on Ornn because Dokla doesn't put his mouse over the item, so it's always really, it's depressing to see. Let's see if Spica did the right clear. I want to see if he managed to get 246 or 242. Let's see. Okay, starts at blue. Wait, okay. Okay, tap. Wait, what is going on? Huh? He doesn't have one smite remaining? Okay, so he gets a 246 clear, but he has no smite remaining, right? He has no smite remaining. This is weird. This is weird. I mean, it's still a really fast clear, but there's just no smite remaining, which is what is a little bit odd, but okay. He does have blue, which is really good. D-Blade down in bottom is really grief, because you have cleanse, there's no reason to have D-Blade. You're just literally stunting your mythic by 2 minutes. It makes no sense to go D-Blade. You're never in danger against Kai'Sa. You have Nautilus, you have cleanse. There's no possible fucking way that you ever need the 80 HP from D-Blade. So either you go Cull and you Giga Chat it, which also I think that you do because you have Ivern who paths bottom. Ivern is way faster than Sejuani. You're in no danger early because your jungler is so much stronger. But then in addition to that, there's just nothing that happens in your own individual lane. So I think when you consider the jungler matchup as well, Varus can just go Cull in this particular instance when you consider the jungle matchup. But otherwise, yeah, you just go Longsword 3 potions. So Prince is just gating his own power spikes, which is really bad, right? Because Varus obviously does benefit. What the fuck is he running? What do you have? He has DMAT. I can't focus. I actually can't focus. I can't focus. Okay. Wait, what? The game ends that fast? What the hell is going on? Moonstone Redemption. Okay, Moonstone Redemption's correct. And then after that, it should be Staff of Flowing Water. Renekton went Gore Drinker. Okay, so we went Gore Drinker, Black Cleaver. Okay. Magic Pen Boots on Prince. Static Shiv Nasher. I mean, Jace, Duskblade, okay. Wait, what the fuck happened this game? Monomune, 22 minutes. They're starting up Baron. Wait. Did they just get aced here? Wait. Oh my god. I can't. No, man. Come on, man. Who's calling for the Baron like this? Guys, I've been saying it for weeks, okay? I've been saying it for weeks. Tell me who it is that makes these calls, please. It is so consistent. It is not random. It's not a coincidence. Someone is actively doing these calls that are so forceful. Whether it's a tower dive, a herald, a dragon fight, this fucking Baron fight, it is all a disaster. There is someone that's doing it. Now we can also rule out Vikla. Okay, so Vikla's not here to make this call. Spirek's probably just here for the ride. It's a fucking disaster. Does Fly just lose off of this? I mean, they are at this point outscaled. Okay, yeah, Fly just loses off of that. Okay. Let's see. Look at